What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the blue color, playing as Kronos. His name is Kvoth. His opponent today in the red color, also playing as Kronos. His name is Count Von Diddley Count. The map is Calm Shores. We've got a Kronos mirror for the first time here on this map. An interesting one. We'll see how this is going to go, but we do see that Count's dock has been spotted as the fishing ship does come out here. It's very important to have a specific build ready for these situations, as the dock going to go up over there as well. Count Von Count yet to find the dock builder of Kvoth, as Kvoth gets that dock up in the middle of the map. Count is searching everywhere here. Hasn't seen it. Where did he start scouting? He scouted. Kvoth is a madman. I don't know if you can see that lighthouse there if you see it in the middle of the map. I'm fairly sure you can't. But now Kvoth here, he is in with a huge advantage here in this game from the get-go, as he has not found the dock. As Kvoth, he does the waiting. He waits. He waits it out. I love that. I love that so much. Count now finally getting out his first fishing ship. The Oracle going to be moving back here to see what he missed. As Kvoth's dock will get spotted here. Will Kvoth get out a couple of fishing ships? Answer is yes, as the dock will indeed get deconstructed. The house comes out. Citizens coming out as well, and Kvoth opting here to not... Oh, he is opting to deconstruct this dock here, as the citizen going to be moving up here to place that dock down as well. And Kvoth here looks like he will be able to get the dock up before the fishing ships get to full food. And all in all here, the resource advantage that it all comes down to seems to be relatively minuscule. There is a slight advantage for Kvoth. He's going to be slightly in the lead. In classic Kvoth fashion, he's going to chop this tree down and then potentially move on to this gold mine. I wouldn't be surprised. He loves doing that. As he gets himself out his six fishing ships, and then the temples will come down for both players. Very, very standard. One thing I wouldn't be surprised at here is if both players opt to just fish up their entirety of their side of the water and then just go straight onto the land. It's probably the more safe play, given how strong it can be to attack land and attack a Atlantean home base, because the town center does less damage to gold mine. No free towers, all that stuff can come in. We do have a question here from Connor Stewie. They do fishing ships carry 15 or 25? In the classical age, archaic age, heroic age, mythic age, it's all the same unless you start getting your upgrades for the fishing ships. They gather 25 food at the start. Once you get Salt Amphora, which is the second line of the fishing ship upgrades, they go up to 50. As Kvoth here is looking to advance to the next age, that final villager coming through, the fishing ship is trying to get dumped here to help himself finish up, and he will get through to the next age through Prometheus. Count Von Count on the other side of the map here. A little bit more delayed, but not that big of a deal. It's both players hitting the second age relatively similarly here. And I am interested to see what these guys' plans are, as we do see one citizen moving up to the top here to drop a dock down. Kvoth on the top side of the map here has got a full line of sight onto Count Von Count's side here, which is really, really big. So Kvoth here will have easy control of the top side of the map, whereas Count Von Count will not seem to be able to do that, as we do see the temple getting time shifted up here. I mean, Count will be able to simply just deconstruct this dock, which is what he definitely should do straight away. I think he'll have that somewhat available for himself here. If we take a quick look at the thing, deconstruction is not quite up there. How do I see that? He's got himself 1 minute and 28 seconds to wait on his deconstruction, whereas Kvoth does not quite have that long. Kvoth actually throwing another dock up there as well to play around that. Nice play by Kvoth to do that. Count Von Count on the other side of the map here. He's got his docks up. Fishing ships coming through. We do see the Valor gets used straight away. So the army going to start fighting up on this position. Count von Count's already dropped himself a barracks there, which Kvoth is not going to be aware of as the Promethean gets one punch in straight away. As he pushes the units back, we do have double Bareems queued up, but Kvoth doesn't have his mana down just yet, throwing that down on the front position over here to protect that gold villager that's grabbing the gold mine out in the middle of the map there. The Bareem are coming through. Will Count von Count have his own Bareem here or not? As it looks like Count also here having a little bit of a problem dealing with this. As deconstruction getting dropped down onto this position as well. As Count's going to need to throw down another dock. He's going to try and put that one back as Kvoth has got all of the pressure coming in. 4 Bareems coming in onto here as the fishing ship getting targeted down really quite fast. Will he be able to keep those alive as the hero citizen pushing in to get this dock up? The units here in the middle of the map going to be searching for something to do, but the citizen here is out in the middle of nowhere as it looks to me like Kvoth may be able to completely push Count von Count off of the water at 5 minutes and 47 seconds in this game as Count's Bareem here getting cleaned up. The dock going to be getting taken down. The temple getting taken down as well as the fishing ships all getting cleaned up. And this dock will be going down very, very fast. Now Count's only option here is to full send on the land. He doesn't know exactly where the gold mine is, but knowing that this map is a mirror, he knows that with his gold mine on this side of the map, that means the gold mine has to be on this side of his opponent's map. As he does see that, he can start going after a potential gold staff here. As Kvoth here, he's got the fishing economy, but he needs to make sure he doesn't get gold star. That is everything here as Count von Count going to be utilizing his deconstruction onto the military barracks there as he's going to start going after the counter barracks. So we're starting to see some Prometheans coming through onto this position now. Kvoth, he's also out in the middle of the map on this gold mine, you have to remember. So it's not the biggest of problems here for Kvoth right at this moment. But picking off Citizen here is going to be huge as the Citizen going to get pulled off of this gold mine here. Kvoth is one of the best defenders with Atlantean against these kind of gold staff situations here as Watchtowers has come up. The units are going to immediately start targeting down the Watchtowers as the Bareems coming out for Count von Count to try and hold on to this position as Kvoth here gets caught out there as well. Looks like Count von Count is still alive on the water as well. Going to be able to grab his fishing ships as the Prometheans are getting pushed out here. Do we see any military academies out? Not just yet. The village is out on this gold mine as well as Count von Count. He will know there's a gold mine over here. He's scouted that one out. Just going to check out everything else here for the time being. As the Bareem searching around for some stuff. We do see Kvoth looking for some raids into the main base of Kvoth. Count von Count going to be taking the opportunity now to cleanly take out a counter barracks. A decent amount of resources taken out by cleaning that counter barracks up. You also have to consider that the counter barracks will also need to be built, which is even more resources getting taken down as this Citizen does get pushed back by the Oracles here. Do they have focus? They do not have focus as the Citizen going to attempt to retreat back home as Count von Count still pushing through the main base of Kvoth. I don't think he needs to do this. He is looking for some raids now onto this position as the Terma going to be pushing through there. The villagers pulling into the main base here for Count von Count here as the army of Kvoth will be able to snipe a Citizen here if Count von Count's not careful. He does manage to pull back in time with a sliver of HP as the units popping out for Kvoth, taking this fight nicely. Valor does get pushed down here, but there's just too many units here, it seems, for Kvoth as Count von Count going to be taking the losses there fairly nicely. He gets a good amount of picks off as now the Promethean offspring come through. Now that's going to be some nice raids that he's going to be able to utilize for the remainder of the game. 6 Promethean offspring at 6.05 speed is a really, really nice unit there. As we do see Count's going to be able to see this one villager out in the middle of nowhere mining gold here as Count going to utilize one lone Terma to deal with that as now Kvoth is back in onto his home gold mine with 8 Citizen there on that location. He's got 9 villagers on gold at the moment here as Kvoth here still getting himself, or Count von Count, excuse me, still getting himself out some fishing ships over here as the Bareem going to be able to defend for the time being over there. The units moving up to the top side of the map want to deal with this as well. I mean, he can just simply utilize his Bareems over here. It looks like the Bareems can start fighting over here. Good micro there from Count von Count to make sure he takes out that one for free as a Watchtower does get cleaned up over there. Count von Count pulls back immediately. Nice play there as he still needs to put pressure in onto this home gold mine as the Citizen look like they're garrisoned for the, or something is garrisoned for the time being. Is this Promethean going to get cleaned up? A couple more Kvoth Bareems coming out there. I wouldn't mind seeing Count von Count also dropping a dock onto this position as well. As we do see these units retreating back as more Count von Count army coming in here to defend, or reinforce, I should say. As it looks like Count von Count's fishing ships may start getting taken down. He needs to get some more Bareem out. He's at 95 of 95 population. Kvoth on the other side here is at 94 of 95 population. So it's a very, very close game in terms of pop here. And Count needs to kind of know this. He needs to not overcommit into any sort of attacks. But we'll see how it's all going to manifest itself. You have to find your advantage here. In some way, shape, or form, as this one citizen being caught idle for quite some time with the Mamilo hero targeting this one down. We do see the Valor coming through there for both players, it seems. Count von Count hasn't utilized Valor onto any of his citizen, though, so he does have a slight weakness where that's concerned. He's trying to utilize those Termin to take down the enemy Termin. Nice garrison micro from Kvoth to get the infantry units onto the back line of the Mamilo, as we do see some micro from Count von Count, but nice counter micro there from Kvoth, as Count's army does seemingly drop down 89 population to Kvoth, who's sitting at 109 population. A huge advantage here for Kvoth now, as Count von Count has to retreat back. So we see the units taking down the fishing ships on that position. We will be seeing the Promethean offspring getting taken down, the villagers going straight onto the oak trees over here as well, as Count's fishing economy has been completely shut down. 6 Bareems out right now. That's 12 population on the land there. Count von Count, in all honesty, should be able to go full land here, potentially even get a town center, and find an advantage here. These Bareems really a big amount of resource investment. I don't think the Count von Count's decision to make Bareems at this point is worthwhile. And Kvoth as well here could start thinking about a second town center. Now, the weird thing about this map here is that the town centers, they aren't in range, really, of any gold mine. If you grab this town center to grab this gold mine, it's not really going to cut it. So you do see the Mamilo coming through over here. Count von Count going to be throwing away a whole bunch of Mamilo there, as Kvoth going to be able to easily finish off this dock. And some more fishing ship will be able to come out for Kvoth here to get himself a ton of food economy here. Meanwhile, Kvoth, on the other hand, 91 population. How much gold does Kvoth have left in this gold mine is the big question. 600 gold, and then the real fighting does commence. As we do see some raids coming in, he will be able to start taking down some citizen of Kvoth. This is really big considering Count von Count just lost the fish. 2 citizen going down, almost 3 citizen going down there. That is gigantic for Count von Count, considering he lost the fish there. But Kvoth is also able to get himself out some extra villages, or effective villages in terms of food fishing ships, by just getting some fishing ships out there. So that's going to be huge for him as well. But Count is overcommitting to this raid right now. He needs to pull away. So we do see these citizens out in the corner of the map do get spotted, as they're going to be retreating back home for the time being. Count von Count now in the middle of the map. Does have a lion over here you could potentially eat as well, as the unit sitting back here. Does have line of sight on this position with a Promethean already in position to hit these villages, as Kvoth's home gold mine here, 400 gold remaining. I love the play from Count von Count, always in position, ready to hit those raids, but he just doesn't have the population here. 85 population, 80 population. His unit's sitting idle over here. He needs to raid this. He needs to stop the gold mine coming through for Kvoth, because Kvoth here has got the economic advantage with the fishing ships. So the only advantage here the Count von Count is going to be able to have is going to be gold staves. But Kvoth here is now doing exactly what Count von Count is doing to him, but Kvoth is doing it to Count von Count. Beautiful play here from Kvoth, not overcommitting, simply just going to be able to retreat back for the time being, take some decent trades over here, and deal the damage, slow the game down, so to speak, and allow his economic advantage to push through into a tangible advantage like upgrades, more military, or economic upgrades as well as another option. As the gold mine has been pushed off for the time being. We do see a citizen kill. Nice play there for Count von Count. Now Count von Count's on 80 population. Kvoth's still sitting at full population, still able to push Kvoth off of this. Sorry, Count von Count off of this gold mine, as Kvoth here. I mean, Kvoth is also, he's got 240 gold left. He's still got this gold mine left in the main base. He's still at full population, and he's winning this fight. Pushing Count von Count off of gold means everything here, as I'm not sure what Count von Count can really do now in this position. Pulling the temple back away now He's on this gold mine at the top corner of the map, as Kvoth doesn't feel like he's ready to push through and take this one out. As you see, farms getting dropped down in the main base for Count Von Count as well. That's a big resource dip there as the armory gets dropped down, and Kvoth is now going to be able to go to the heroic gauge, which is absolutely gigantic, having access to not only Hyperion or he's going through Rio, which is a surprise for me. I'm surprised to see that, because in the Kronos matchup, Hyperion does seem to be a little bit more value, because that trade up, there's not really a whole lot of high value units you can steal. But in that moment there, Count Von Count doesn't really want to play it out. I think he realizes exactly what's coming for him as he decides to tap out there. Nice play from Kvoth there. From the very get-go in this game, Kvoth was out thinking Count Von Count here. Now, Count Von Count did have an opportunity here. He did manage to push off this gold mine nicely. I feel like had he left maybe the temple over here to continue to raid, maybe put some more time-shifting shenanigans, put more effort into fighting on the land, not actually try and defend this water at all, potentially he could have gotten away with just trying to pick off citizens, trying to pick off the gold, trying to cause some problems for Kvoth, because Kvoth had gone pretty heavy onto the water. If he'd managed to do that, maybe he would have been able to find a win here, but he threw away too many units. If you do take a look at the post game here, military unit, kill, loss count, Count Von Count, 40 behind. Picking off the citizens only does so much, and Kvoth is also in front on the resource count as well. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.